Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Open man completes it to Butler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The Eagles had 11-2 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Garrison. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
To throw on 2nd down, Garrison. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garrison. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Garrison. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Garrison. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The red challenge flag making an appearance. Doug Peterson not liking what he saw there. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. To throw on 3rd down, Garrison. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, Garrison. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Love looking to throw it. And the catch made. It's Patton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And have what he did after the catch.
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. That one of the many games we'll be watching around the NFL here these final few weeks of the campaign. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Garrison steps away to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Garrison. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Completed out left to Dobbs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Ready.
Completes it again to Dobbs. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Ready.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 52 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 11 now. Love. This one is caught. It's Patton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Love now to pass on 1st down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Play fake. Here's Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like we're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's got Watkins on the out route. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 1 from the 2. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Love going to give this one to Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw now, here's Love. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. There he goes, right side. The 40, 30. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On third down, Garrison. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game, and Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a... ...20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hood, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Open. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Off play action. Garrison. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devontae Wyatt able to record his 5th sack of the season. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake. Garrison. And his
his throw here's incomplete.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
18, let's go.
To throw on third down. Hood, he's going to let it go again. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Okay, back to 60. 18, 5 here.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patton. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Off play action. Hood. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Okay, right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Black Ultra.
Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Amari Rodgers, 30 yards. And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. They'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Garrison. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Sanders will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Sanders again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over. And they can try.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Off the play fake. Hood. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The Packers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Hood. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
This one complete to Patton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hood into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they take a knee. Shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this